and I would like to learn to sail, and I'm looking forward to my course.
Of anything that you could use to help you indicate where the wind is coming from?
Yes, lick my finger, put it up in the air, and see
which dries first.
Yes.
You know, that is an alright way, but there's much easier ways, and there are also more, just more better ways than that.
Yes.
Watching my hair blowing up.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but sometimes there's better clues. Can anyone think of a better clue?
Look at a flag.
Yep, flags are a very, very good indication because they can really pick up the wind well, and they're good with that. And, you know, anything else or no? No.
I'm sure there are many other ways, but I can't think of
Also,
any.
when you're on the water and you're about to go sailing, you can also look at the waves. Sometimes can be good indicators.
Yes.
And also, when you're out on the water and you have your sails up, you can see where they're luffing. And if they're luffing, then...
Another teaching method that I like to use was called a guided discovery. So it's an interactive activity to get the sailors active and a way to understand how to understand wind direction and also how to set their sails. So you pair the sails up with a partner, have a map of the sailing club, and pin wind arrows to the center of the map, loose enough to spin but tight enough that they'll stay in place. Each day, have the sailors identify where the wind is coming from and spin their arrow to show the direction.
So, have you guys figured out where the wind is coming from?
Yes.
Yes.
It's coming off the lake.
Did you get that too, James?
Yes, that's the same for me.
Okay, good. So, does this help you find where the wind is coming from with this ribbon?
Definitely.
Does it help you, Peter?
Yes.
Okay.
From the lake. Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Okay, stop.
Second activity, I'm going to be teaching the points of sail.
The points of sail. So, does anyone know, has anyone heard points of sail before?
No.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So, the wind changes direction and speed. So and the sails harness the power of the wind. So we must adjust in order to create maximum advantage in varying conditions. So the first is so you can remember the points of sail as a wind clock. So 12 o'clock is irons, 1 o'clock is close hauled, 2 o'clock is close reach, beam reach, or then 3 o'clock beam reach, 4 o'clock broad reach, and then 6 o'clock is running. But I'm going to explain each one.
Okay.
So first one is iron, and you're not moving because the wind is coming from both angles, so it doesn't know which side to be on. So here's an example. So see no-go zone, so you don't go here because this is the wind is coming right at you. And then this is like a top view of what irons look like, so your sails are just luffing, going everywhere. Then the next one is called the close haul. So this is how you sail upwind. So this is what it looks like. So your sails are really tight in, and you're as close to the wind as you can be with still moving. Then the next one is a close reach, and you're still going on a diagonal, and this is what it looks like from top view. Then you go on to a beam reach, which is your sails are halfway in, halfway out.
And what does that going to make me do?
So you're still going diagonally along the wind. See, the wind's coming from here, and you're just like...
So that's at like 3 o'clock?
Yes, that's 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Then we go on to a broad reach, which your sails are almost let out all the way, but not quite. And you're still reaching down. Then we go for a run, which you can remember that because you're running from the wind. So the wind is pushing your sails and you're going forward.
I think that's where the expression wind at my back came from.
Yeah.
And what number is that? Is that 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Well, that would be like 6:30. At 30.
Yeah. But like 1, 2, 3, yeah. Okay. So now we're going to learn how to trim your sails according to your point of sail. So irons, you can't trim your sails because your sails are just luffing around. Then we go to a close haul, and your sails should be as tight as they can be, and your boat will most likely be heeled over when you're on a close haul. Then we go to a close reach, and your sails should still be quite tight because this is how they should be set. So not like halfway in, halfway out. It should be about 3/4 of the way in. Then we go to a beam reach, and your sails should be halfway in, halfway out. Then we go to a broad reach, and they should be about 3/4 of the way out. So here's like a picture. This is how it should be set from top view. Then a run, so the wind is coming from directly behind. So you want to have your sails as let out as you can so the wind will push you down. And some bigger boats may also use a spinnaker to optimize their speed. So that's okay. So now we're going to learn some lingo about what you would use when you're talking about the point of sail. So head up means you want to point closer to the wind and you want to get closer to the wind.
What does head up mean?
It means like you want to get closer to the wind. So let's say you're on a beam reach, for example,
Okay.
and you want to get closer to the wind, you're going to head up.
Okay.
And then bearing off is the opposite, so you want to bear off from the wind. So when your sails are lifting, it can be an indicator to bear off. So that means like get closer to a reach. And then tacking and jibing. So tacking is when your bow goes through the wind. So here's an example of tacking, and then it goes through the wind here. And then jibing is when your stern goes through the wind. So your sails are not luffing, which can be really, really dangerous when there's high wind because the boom will just swing across. Reaching is when the wind is coming across your boat. So when you're close reaching, beam reaching, broad reaching. So when you're in a close haul, the wind isn't really coming across your boat, it's just putting you over. Where when you're reaching, it's really coming across the boat and hitting your sails. Okay, now we're going to have some questions. Okay, so why can't we sail right into the wind?
Well, because the wind is not catching the sails because it's coming straight on it, and it's not. There's nothing to catch it.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. So then. Okay. On which point of sail will you be going when you're going upwind?
A close reach,
Close hauled.
close haul.
Because you're not reaching. You're just going up. So how much should your sails be in or out on a beam reach?
Halfway.
Yeah. Good. Good. And is tacking or jibing safer?
Tacking.
Yeah. Okay. Done. You guys have any further questions?
No, but I thank you for the guidance. I think
Okay.
that'll help me when I'm out on the water.
Okay, good. Okay.
Thanks.